Okay, yesterday we have completed up to what are the various energy sources. I'm just briefing up again. So what are the various renewable energy sources? What are the various non-renewable energy sources? The renewable energy source: wind, hydropower, solar, geothermal, biomass. Why I'm repeating this many times is we must get into our mind what are the various energies. If somebody is asking what are the various energies, our boss, the sir has explained this so many times. He was telling like multiple number of times. It is wind, solar, hydro, biomass, geo, so and wind and everything. He can tell it off in a fraction of a second. It will be easy. So if any student in a fourth year cannot able to tell at least the basics, so it will be a problem. That's the reason I am repeating number of times. And also slowly after first unit, but I think everybody will be familiar while doing the projects and all the works. So now we will see what are the various renewable energy sources in the next slide. So this is over energy sources. We have seen that, and next one is the renewable energy. So here, what is meant by renewable energy? Here in this slide, we can see the definition. So here, but I think everybody please go through that. Energy whose source never runs out, and we can't use up all the source. This might be not a technical definition, but this is also definition which gives you marks, and also the meaning must be same. So here you can see it with the pictures. Why I represent the pictures is it will be easy for you to visualize it. So first one you can see it in the tidal energy. So under the ocean we can see the windmills. We can see it, and also windmills, and also how we are going to generate the power from the tidal energy, and also what is meant by tidal energy. And so in this pic I can see that one. Next one is the hydroelectricity. As everybody know, we are having lot many dams. Example, Srisalem Dam, Nagarjuna Sagar Dam, and all these things we call it as hydroelectricity. The power generated from the water by keeping some what we call it like an obstacle to the flow. That is the reason we are keeping, and also we can generate this thing from using hydroelectricity. Next one is the wind energy from the windmill, which we can see it, and also we can see it in our country also. Previously, we cannot see this one in our country very frequently, but in our Telangana also we have lot many solar panels, and also a lot many windmills also have come up, and also the power generation is improved a lot. So therefore, so we'll get that, and also we can see all these discussions in the coming classes. Next one is the solar energy. As everybody know, from the solar panel we are getting that one, and we are converting that solar energy into our necessary purpose, like the power generation, and also from the power generation where we can get the requirement, and also household also we can go for the solar energy, or the solar energy we can use it also. And next one is in few countries you can observe one point is each and every home will have the solar panel, so that they will generate the power, and also the power will be sent to the power grid, so that the power grid will store the energy, because all the power generated in the solar panel from the solar energy can't be utilized for that household. So suppose the household is requiring like 10, but it is producing 20. So the remaining 10 will go to the power grid, so that the power grid will supply to the necessary industries or for the farmers, like that. This we can implement in India because we have ample amount of solar energy here when compared to the wind energy. So here we'll come to know what is the criteria for testing. So which area is good for what? So this area is good for wind energy power generation. This area is good for solar energy power generation, like that. So one thing you must remember while doing the solar energy, while utilizing the solar energy, we can utilize or you can produce more power and we can send it to the grid. So this might be an innovative and also crazy idea. And also we can see it in the Europe. They are implementing already in small towns, so that the power will be distributed to the remaining parts of the country where the sun will be having very less solar energy, or the wind energy might be less. So at the particular point of time, this energy is utilized there. But even the transmission losses is there. Solar energy is ample. Solar energy is renewable. So we can utilize n number of times. And next one is the biomass. We can see it as waste to fuel. How we are going to convert the waste thing into the fuel? That is what we call it as a biomass energy. And and the last one is the geothermal energy. So geothermal is nothing but geo means earth, thermal means temperature or heat, we can tell it as. So the heat source available in the earth, deep earth, that we are going to utilize for our purpose. How we are going to utilize that one we'll be discussing in the 4th unit. I have seen that one, because here now you can see this one, all the units are here. So here what is the second unit here? The second unit is solar energy, right? And also the third unit, at least I want some answers, guys. Second one is solar energy, third one is wind energy, and the fourth one is geothermal and biomass, and the fifth one is the wave, tidal, and OTEC. So these are all the 5 units what we are having in our syllabus of NCS or RES. And also here you can see the definition: energy whose source never runs out. We cannot use up all the source. So suppose today we can feel, array boss, the solar energy has come up like this only, tomorrow we can produce. Sun is unlimited. Sun we cannot. So I told one statement: sun is unlimited. At least you must correct me stating that sun is not unlimited. The solar energy is unlimited. So when some mistakes are spoken by the faculty, at least by the message, or at least by picking the speaker phone, we can come up with things so that we'll understand that. Okay, boss, the student is listening. Okay, okay, they are active enough. Online classes. So this is a small technique I just want to implement. Some English grammar mistakes will be there, and also some basic mistakes will be there, so that the student must come up and tell me, sir, this is a mistake you have told in the English sentence, is grammar mistake. Clear? The mistakes will be intentional. How many students are reflecting back? It indicates the concentrating power of the students. So this is the main logic I will try to apply in online classes, because it is helpful for the faculty to understand how many students are attentive enough in the class. Okay, next up. Now coming to the renewable energy. Now at least we have seen the introduction part, we have seen the trailers, and all the things is over. Now coming into the syllabus. So here the first one, you can see it as a definition: energy that comes from the sources which replenish themselves naturally in a relevantly short form and thus will always be available. So this one can be considered as the definition of NCS or definition of renewable energy. This point you remember yesterday where we left out. We are starting from there, because yesterday we told like we are going to deal with the definitions and all the things. So today we are dealing with that. Now coming to the examples, we have seen that one. I think everybody is familiar: sunlight, wind, rain, tides, waves, and all the geothermal energies. These are the examples of the renewable energy. And here you can check it out, the stats. So somebody is asking in the first line, sir, you didn't discuss about the stats, and you are going for the next slides, and also next topic is covered. But I'm coming back in that one, because without the definition or without the thing what is what we are learning, so I thought to cover that topic, and after that we are coming to the stats. Okay, coming to this one. Right now we are using only 16% of the global energy comes from the renewable sources. Right now we are so suppose we are generating 100, so in that only 16 is coming from the renewable energy sources. And also next one is like 10% of all energy from the traditional biomass only, from the waste only. And also next one is like 3.4 from hydroelectricity and 3% from the new renewables. So here where we can utilize these renewable energy sources majorly, replaces 4 distant areas. So first one is electricity generation, which is more important. Without electricity we can't get the development done properly. And also if you're having lot of power, the farmers will be benefited, the industries will benefited, obviously the people will get benefited indirectly. Next one is the motor fuels. And also motor fuels here as mentioned as example, I have mentioned it as motor fuel means where we are using for diesel, petrol and all the things. Instead of that, we can come up with the new innovative ideas where we are going for the electric cars. There also we required. So suppose imagine in the next 10 years. So in 1990 we can't see the mobile phones. We are having only floppy, CDs. So right now my age I have seen that one. Floppies, we started with the floppies and then CDs and also then DVDs, and then now you can see how much amount of data can be stored, and also pen drives, and also mobile changeover from 2001 to 2010. So imagine, suppose, sir, the power is enough now. Why we are generating now? Everything we are getting ample amount of power we are getting. We are doing that all the things. But just one thing: if all vehicles are electric vehicles, there is no petrol and diesel. How much power we require daily? Just imagine that way. So just we can expect by 2030 or at least 2035, all vehicles can be electrical, because all electric vehicles like bikes, even from small things to bigger ones, will be moving to electric ones. So then how much electricity is required for us? So here you can check the stats. We are using only 60% of the energy what we are producing is from only renewable. Renewable we are utilizing only 16%. If we can convert that one to 100%, and also we can store that the fossil fuels and also emissions will be come down. Okay. So when compared to the non-conventional sources, the conventional energy sources will emit more. So that's the reason we are going for renewable only in the coming future. So that right now it is a what you call it as very interesting topic or crazy topic in your words. It will be helpful for all of you to understand the latest developments in this. So here the first one is electricity generation. Next one is the motor fuels, hot water, space heating, and next one is the rural energy services. These are the services we are going, and in the next slide we are going to deal with the need for the renewable sector. Right now we have discussed that points. Right now I have discussed that one briefly. So first one is coming to the first one is energy is a primary source of economic, social, and industrial development of a country. So here, as I mentioned, it is the main economic, social, and industrial development of the country. If all these points are there, obviously our economical status will improve, and also everybody will be living happy. We can eradicate poverty, and we can come up with a lot of different solutions if we're having peace of mind also there. And also next one is increase in the world's, so already discussed this one, the world's energy consumption is increasing day by day. Still 70% of the world's electric generation depends upon the thermal generation. So thermal generation is nothing but mostly from the dams or all the things. Still now also we are depending 70%. We have to reduce that one drastically. There are lots of social and economic issues with the conventional plants. World economy is looking for sustainable development in the field of power sector. As discussed, all these renewable energy sources are effective enough to produce lot amount of power, and if we are able to utilize that power, so India can be beyond America, or at least we can. We are having a lot of human power and also a lot of technology, and also a lot of talent is there, but we are having the brain training. We are going for USA and working under Bill Gates and working under other people. But why can't we create our own platform like Microsoft? Why can't it be in India? Google, why can't it be in India? Facebook, why can't it be in India? TikTok, why can't it be by India? And also a lot many things. Why only from other things we are able to do this one? Why can't we do that one? Because we're having some scientists of Indians in NASA. Somebody is there in that. And also ISRO is doing a lot of work. Only ISRO has expelled or not expelled. It has beaten or reached the standards of NASA. At least we can tell that one. At least we are in top 1 to 2 in that space research. But the remaining areas, basic areas, from morning till evening, we are using morning till night. We are using only the China products. Because of this, we must be thinking once. So after completing 4th year, what we will plan? Okay, boss, we are going, or at least we are flying for Germany, we are flying for USA, or we are flying for Australia. We will tell all the things. So at least in this thing, I want to make India like this, and also I'm planning like this. And also, why can't India can become America like that? And also, why can't India can become Australia? Why can't it become everything? Why can't it be the role model for whole world? Even the weapons, Rafale, we are keeping something like Rafale come up. But it is coming from France. Why can't India produce one thing where whole world is buying from it? And also, why can't we are getting some weapons from Russia, and also we are getting some weapons from this? But where we are going? So this is what we call it as economical status. Everything comes with the economy. So everything. So if the company